So I'm actually going to call and talk to an AI receptionist.
This call will be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Hey, you have reached Affordable Insurance. How can I help you today? Hola, ha llegado a Affordable Insurance. ¿Cómo puedo ayudarle hoy?
Oh, wait a minute. You're AI, right?
That's right. I'm a virtual assistant here to help with insurance-related questions or tasks. Let me know what you need, and I'll do my best to assist.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't you just speak to me in Spanish?
Yes, I did. I respond in the language you use, so if you speak Spanish, I'll switch to Spanish. Since you're speaking English now, I'll stick with that. Let me know how I can assist.
But I tend to go back and forth between English and Spanish. Can you do that with me?
I can switch between English and Spanish as you do. Just let me know how I can help, and I'll follow your lead. ¿En qué te puedo ayudar hoy?
But wait a minute. Aren't you an insurance virtual assistant?
That's correct. I'm here to assist with anything related to insurance, whether it's getting a new quote, help with a current policy, or booking an appointment. And just let me know what you need, and I'll take care of it.
Okay. This is amazing. So let me verify this. You are an insurance agent virtual assistant who answers the phone. You can answer questions about insurance. You can do all that. Can you, if I needed to make an appointment with one of the team, could you book an appointment for me too?
Absolutely. I can help you book an appointment with the team. Just let me know, and I'll check the available slots for you. Would you like me to get started on that?
Well, hold on. I have some more questions. So what about if I actually wanted to transfer? I don't want to transfer right now, but if I wanted to transfer to a live person during office hours, could you do that also?
I can't transfer you directly, but I can help you book a call or provide the office number so you can speak with someone live during office hours. If you'd like, I can also leave a message for the team to follow up with you. Let me know what works best.
Well, okay. Now, I know you speak Spanish. Do you speak other languages too?
Yes, I do. I can assist in several languages, including French, German, Hindi, Russian, Portuguese, Japanese, Italian, and Dutch. Just start speaking in the language you prefer, and I'll switch to it.
No, I'm gonna stick with English. But thank you so much. In fact, I'm gonna have some other people call you because this is amazing that you have that kind of functionality. Amazing.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could impress you. Feel free to have others reach out. I'll be here to help them too. If you need anything else, just let me know. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. A lot of you guys are not being efficient in your business. You're not allowing the systems and tools and teams and everything to help you. And I'm not sure if you heard this part where I talked about if you're an insurance agent, if you are an insurance agent, you need to make sure that you understand the data supercenter and where it fits in your business cycle. You have your CRM, you have your AMS. So you have, let's say, Hawksoft as your agency management system. Phenomenal system, helps with customers, keeps up with everything. It's like a massive system that just helps you keep up with all your customers. Then you have your agency management system, which is how you can put things on automation. You can put your renewals, you can put your reminders, you can put your leads and your prospects, and you can have all that. And that's great. The data supercenter is a whole different animal. This is an AI tool animal. This means that we are adding in a 24-hour receptionist that can answer the phone, that can respond to requests, that can explain things, that can transfer to a live person. We're also adding in other functionality within the data supercenter where your tool can, let's just scroll down, look at the checklist. So it can be your 24/7 front desk receptionist. Yes, it can do pre-written emails and text messages and templates and all that stuff and workflows and all that is amazing. But it can also be your salesperson. It can be your lead generation expert. It can be your follow-up coordinator. It can be your appointment scheduler. It can be your customer support helper. It can be the tool that responds to your Instagram, to your Facebook messages, all these amazing things that it does. So before you close off your workday today, I need you to go to datasupercenter.com and I need you to do this demo. Try this demo. It's going to ask for your business information, and then it's going to act as though it was your receptionist. So you would see how that works. But today, I'm going to show you guys how to set up a conversation AI, which is another chatbot inside of Data Supercenter that responds to your Instagram messages, responds to your DM, responds to everything. Think about this. Think about how often you miss someone trying to DM you, or someone trying to maybe they're on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and they're trying to reach out to you, and you've got too many channels and you just cannot respond back to them. Okay. And they're just sitting there for days or weeks. And that's business that you're missing. Well, the Data Supercenter can eliminate that problem. Okay. It can eliminate that headache. So that's what I want to build out for you guys today. And I'm going to use our Williams Family Investment Group. So the first thing that I want you guys to do, if you're not a Data Supercenter user, just pay attention. If you look over on your files, I actually gave you the AI Receptionist prompt and all that stuff. If you're trying to use some other tool other than ours, I at least gave you something to work with. So when we talk about what does an AI Receptionist do in this particular situation, I'm going to come over to my workflows, and I call it my AI social media conversation handler. Okay, so what is this handler going to do? This handler is going to connect to my social media sites. I'm calling her she, her name's Dakota. Dakota is going to respond to any inbound text messages, any DM that comes in that I've got connected to this. She will handle questions, live response, anything like that. And she will act as though she were me. She can book appointments. She can do any of that. So that's what this does. Now, last week, I showed you guys the AI Receptionist part. And I want to show you that again, because from what I understand, Princess said that not all you guys could hear the actual role play of me talking to it. So I'm actually going to call and talk to an AI Receptionist.
This call will be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Hey, you have reached Affordable Insurance. How can I help you today? Hola, ha llegado a Affordable Insurance. ¿Cómo puedo ayudarle hoy?
Oh, wait a minute. You're AI, right?
That's right. I'm a virtual assistant here to help with insurance-related questions or tasks. Let me know what you need, and I'll do my best to assist.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't you just speak to me in Spanish?
Yes, I did. I respond in the language you use, so if you speak Spanish, I'll switch to Spanish. Since you're speaking English now, I'll stick with that. Let me know how I can assist.
But I tend to go back and forth between English and Spanish. Can you do that with me?
I can switch between English and Spanish as you do. Just let me know how I can help, and I'll follow your lead. ¿En qué te puedo ayudar hoy?
But wait a minute. Aren't you an insurance virtual assistant?
That's correct. I'm here to assist with anything related to insurance, whether it's getting a new quote, help with a current policy, or booking an appointment. And just let me know what you need, and I'll take care of it.
Okay. This is amazing. So let me verify this. You are an insurance agent virtual assistant who answers the phone. You can answer questions about insurance. You can do all that. Can you, if I needed to make an appointment with one of the team, could you book an appointment for me too?
Absolutely. I can help you book an appointment with the team. Just let me know, and I'll check the available slots for you. Would you like me to get started on that?
Well, hold on. I have some more questions. So what about if I actually wanted to transfer? I don't want to transfer right now, but if I wanted to transfer to a live person during office hours, could you do that also?
I can't transfer you directly, but I can help you book a call or provide the office number so you can speak with someone live during office hours. If you'd like, I can also leave a message for the team to follow up with you. Let me know what works best.
Well, okay. Now, I know you speak Spanish. Do you speak other languages too?
Yes, I do. I can assist in several languages, including French, German, Hindi, Russian, Portuguese, Japanese, Italian, and Dutch. Just start speaking in the language you prefer, and I'll switch to it.
No, I'm gonna stick with English. But thank you so much. In fact, I'm gonna have some other people call you because this is amazing that you have that kind of functionality. Amazing.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could impress you. Feel free to have others reach out. I'll be here to help them too. If you need anything else, just let me know. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. So that was one of the AIs. Okay, so guys, I hung up because I think you've seen enough, right? You've heard enough. You see the power of this. I mean, they can speak in different languages. And for you smaller agencies that are out there or smaller businesses that are out there that you have people calling in multiple languages, how awesome would it be to have someone that can actually speak that language? And here's the deal. And you'll see here during my build out, when they actually talk in that language, the transcript comes to you in English. Okay. It comes to you in English. So that's awesome. Let's go ahead and look at the build out. This is inside the Data Supercenter. Now, what you guys are using outside of the Data Supercenter, I don't know what to tell you, okay? Because I'm only going to teach you our tools because we know what they do. We know the function that they have. So this is our build out. This is the workflow behind the scenes that makes all of this work, okay? So let's cancel this right here. And I'm just going to scroll this down. So it starts first and foremost at the top with a trigger. What's a trigger? A trigger means that the customer replied in some way. So I'm just going to open this one up right here. And so what this means is that the customer replied to a DM in this particular case. They replied to a direct message, which we have connected. So now when that customer replies, this is what triggers the workflow. And so then we have a new conversation. So I'll open that up. It tags, it says new conversation. So we always know what's happening there. And then it'll say AI conversation status. So what that does, it updates fields because every contact record has fields and tags that explain what's going on. So it automatically updates that tag so that you would know that this person has responded at some point through your social media. Okay, let's move it on down here. I'm going to skip past all the little parts that you really don't need. The internal notification. So as soon as something comes through the system, you will receive an internal notification. I'll open this up. And it says an AI conversation has begun. Check the contact details and respond accordingly. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to respond immediately. This is letting you know that something has happened, that something occurred to make this all work. Okay, so let's go ahead and cancel there. Oh, better. Okay, good. Now, you're going to have two pathways. Maybe the person responded and they asked questions. They wanted more information. They wanted to book an appointment. They wanted to do all of that. Well, in that particular case, it moves to the left, which says this person is waiting for this or they're doing that. Or it moves to the right that says we need to continue talking. We need to add certain tags. We need to update certain things. Now, for those of you that are not techie, this seems like it's way over your head. We've already built this out for you in the Data Supercenter. I'm just showing you behind the scenes what happens so that you feel very comfortable that if you connect your Instagram, Facebook, DM, you do all that, that you'll know what's happening behind the scenes, okay? We also have in here a human handoff. Suppose I wanted to talk to a person and she said, yeah, no problem. I can go ahead and I can hand that off, or I can go ahead and transfer you to a person, or I can take a message. I can do whatever. This is the behind the scenes of how that happens. This is the brain that's driving everything, okay? So we would say if the person wants a human handoff, that's what we do. If the person wants to book an appointment, here's what we do, okay? And you would think that all of that functionality was controlled. It would take 7,000 different fields and 7,000 whatever to do that. It's not. It literally, I'm going to make this smaller. It literally takes this workflow right here to make everything happen behind the scenes. That's it. That is the motor that's driving everything. Now, here's the deal. That motor is great, but something has to have the conversation. This is where the AI agents come into play. Okay, this is what you guys see. This is what you heard. This is what you heard me talk to. So I'm going to go into the AI agents, click here, and I'm going to go to our voice conversation. Let's click here, voice conversation, and I'm going to use this Ava Virtual Receptionist. I'm going to click right here on the Ava Virtual Social Receptionist. Behind the scenes is the prompt. When you're talking AI, the prompt is everything. The prompt determines the whole function of everything. You write a great prompt, you're going to have a great AI. You write a bad prompt, you're going to have a bad AI. Luckily for you guys, we've already written out the prompts. Okay, it's already pre-built into our system. All you have to do is go in and modify those prompts to match what you want. We've already built them out for insurance. We built it out where the AI prompt will answer questions about insurance. They can forward to carriers about billing, claims, you name it. We've already built that out in our AI version, or our insurance version of our AI CRM. But this is what happens behind the scenes. This is the prompt where everything happens, where everything occurs. Now, inside that prompt is where you start giving it instructions. Call transfer. So I'll open this up and show you why this works. It says transfer number. If the caller asks to speak to a live person, a manager, or someone else, this is when we transfer. And it says, please hold while I transfer your call. You might hear a few seconds of silence. Well, we built that in behind the scenes. Triggers after the call. What happens after the call? So let's click here. So that means after the call, a call summary of the completed call include caller intent, outcomes, key details, captured zip codes, insurance type, date needed, carrier, all that, and whether the transfer occurred. We're going to keep it under 500 characters, but this is what's sending out the call summary. It says write call summary. So we're sending the contact a summary of what we discussed, and we're also sending an internal notification to the agent or whatever user is assigned about what we discussed. So you're always in the loop of what's happening. It's funny, I have an agent in North Dakota. He's like, man, I get these summaries all day long about the AI interacting with all these customers because I haven't had a chance to look at the summaries. I'm like, but it doesn't matter. The fact is you have it. So that means if the customer calls and said this, or the customer says, well, I talked to your AI and this happened, you can always go back and pull that summary and see what happened. So it's absolutely awesome. You don't have that with your receptionist right now. Your human receptionist, let's be honest. If you're talking to Judy and Judy gets busy and doesn't write down a note or forgets to tell you something or forget to whatever, Judy's not writing you a summary. She's not sending you a notification, and she shouldn't have to. It's Judy, right? But if you're going to outsource this to something other than a human, then you need to make sure that you've got this kind of functionality built into the system. And that's what this functionality does for you. Okay, that's what it does for you. Now, you're saying, okay, Billy, I get it. I understand how it all works behind the scenes. That's cool. How do I set it up, though? How do I make it work? So I'm going to walk you through setting it up. What you need to do first and foremost is if you're in the Data Supercenter, again, if you're using some other tool outside of the Data Supercenter, HubSpot or something like that, I've got an actual chatbot that I built that you have access to that will give you the step-by-step instructions for those other tools. Well, it'll give you as many of the step-by-step instructions as it can. It goes out and it updates based on what the other tool listed online as instructions. So I'll show you where to go find that real quick. So if you go out to inspireanation.org, you guys are listening to Billy Williams. I'm the CEO and president of Inspire Nation Business Mentoring and the Williams Family Insurance and Investment Group. So go to inspireanation.org. Click on the AI Tools Development and Orders. So click right there. AI Tools Development and Orders. You're going to scroll down you're going to see an AI process launcher for small businesses. And again, any business can use this, guys. So you don't just have to be in insurance. You can be a realtor, a CPA, a tax attorney. You can be a flower shop. It doesn't matter. Come to inspirenation.org, click on our tab there for the AI tools, and you're going to see an AI process launcher for small businesses. When you click there, you'll see the wording says, not sure where to start when it comes to implementing AI tools in your business? Start here and select a current business task, process, or operation, and let our custom AI agent ask the questions you need to build your vision. This custom AI agent uses the most current AI functionality inside of the tools like the Data Supercenter, HubSpot, Salesforce to build processes and workflows for AI Receptionist, voice and text chatbots, systems automation, funnels, websites, forms, whatever. Okay. Now, I've got this big disclaimer down here that you have to sign. Why? Because I don't want people saying, well, I tried this and no. So you got to check this box and click this disclaimer and understand what you're signing for because it's still AI, right? It still hallucinates. But let's say you want to build out a process. So I'm going to click the button right here. What's going to happen is it's going to open up to your chat GPT. Let me stress that. It doesn't open to my chat GPT. It opens to your chat GPT. So if you're using the free GPT, then that means that you're going to be limited by the free version. If you're using the paid version, you're going to have more functionality. But what it does is it takes all of the resources that we have connected behind the scenes, our job aids, our manuals, our workflows, our interview checklists, our how to pay, our HR guides, our Texas state, Florida state, North Carolina state guides that where we are pre-licensing approved, all those different things. So it has hundreds of guides and attachments behind the scenes. So you're not talking to ChatGPT. You're talking to Williams Family Insurance and Investment Group and the 160 plus partners that are part of our group and the hundreds of members that have shared items with us and information with us. And you're pulling from that resource, a true library. So it really is the video and document library. It's just an AI form. So now when you come here and you say, well, dang, I want to add AI tools, but I'm a flower shop. I'd like for the AI to answer my phone. So you put in, I am a flower shop and I want an AI receptionist to answer my phone after hours. So it's going to, again, it's looking at all of our resources. It's also using stuff online. Says to build an after hours AI phone receptionist and go high level data supercenter, I first need to confirm which voice AI UI variant you have, legacy versus current, because the button screens are different and I won't give you the wrong click path. Please upload one screenshot of your Go High Level Voice AI area showing either the Build Deploy tabs or the older agent goals. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to the Data Supercenter and I'm going to copy. You guys don't see what I'm doing right now, but what I'm doing is I'm copying or screen capturing what she asked me to do. So now I'm going to come back over here and I'm just going to put in that screen capture. It's going to paste it, Control V. I screen captured, then Control V, and then I'm going to hit enter. So now what she's doing is she's looking at that, she's analyzing that and saying, okay, I understand what version of this you have. Now that she understands what version I'm using, now she can say, okay, I'll build it based on that version. And this works with HubSpot, works with any of the tools that you're asking it to help you build. It's going to ask you for a screen capture of what that tool looks like once you have it open so that it will know what version it needs to build out. Okay. That's not ChatGPT. That's our experience and understanding that all of these tools have all these different versions of it. All right. So I'm going to stop there because this is a whole different lesson in and of itself. So I'm going to stop there, but I wanted you to know that if you needed that, if you were like, I'm not sure where to go or what to do or what I need to do here, let's go here and show you. And let me screen capture again. All right, that you would just go to inspireanation.org, go under our AI tools development and orders, go down to your custom agent, click that button there. It's going to open up to ChatGPT. Now, we've linked our ChatGPT to Claude and to Copilot. So when you pull in stuff, it's not just pulling in ChatGPT, it's also pulling in stuff from Claude and also pulling in stuff from Copilot. Okay. And just ask it what you want, and it's going to give you a build out. So with that being said, I think I've confused you enough there. Let's come back over here and let's go and show you what we need to do to get all of this up and running. How do we make this work? First and foremost, have a Data Supercenter account. Next thing you need to do is you need to go down under the settings for my Data Supercenter users. Go down under the settings. You need to make sure 3 things are connected. Okay, 3 things are connected under the settings. Number 1, you need your email services connected because you're going to send emails out. You never use a primary domain. So if you are jenkinsinsurance.com, you don't put, Dave at jenkinsinsurance.com. You use a subdomain like mail at Jenkins Insurance, mail.dave@jenkinsinsurance.com or support.dave@jenkinsinsurance.com. So in our case, we use info.williamsinvgroup.com. So you need to make sure that when you're emailed, you're not sending from your primary domain. Let me stress that. You are not sending from your primary domain. You have created a subdomain, and all you have to do to create a subdomain is name it. That's it. So when it says add a domain, all you do is just name it. So it would say support dot whatever your domain is, or help desk dot whatever your domain is. That's the email. So you got to have an email first. Then you have to have a phone. Okay. You have to have a phone. You can buy the phone number right here through our system. Now, in order for you to send text messages, that phone number needs to be A2P verified. A2P means something to person. Okay. I don't know what I can't remember what the A stands for, but it's something to person. It basically says, we have verified your business and who you are. So when you're sending out text messages, you're not sending out these spam text messages. All right. So you buy your phone number. So you have to have an email. You have to have a phone number. And then, of course, you need to put your domain. So we're going to go down and we're going to find your domains and URLs. Click right there. Well, actually, you have 4 things. I'm sorry, I said 3, but there's 4. So you're going to put your domain, going to connect your primary domain. Our primary domain is williamsinvgroup.com. So we connected that. But I use subdomains for all the other stuff that I need to send out. So as an example, we did our 30-day insurance gold nugget. I did 30-day insurance nugget dot williamsinvgroup.com. We sent out our marketing workbook. We send it out as insurance agent marketing workbook dot williamsinvgroup.com. So again, let me stress that because a lot of you are making mistakes, not just within our CRM, but even in your agency Zoom and in your Insured Mind and in your whatever, you're trying to use your primary domain to send out emails in your primary domain name. You never do that. Always use a subdomain. Okay. A subdomain means you make up some other front part of that. That protects your ability to send emails. It protects your ability to not be It protects you from getting blacklisted because everything is coming from your primary domain. All right. So number 1, you need to have an email. Number 2, you need to have a phone. Number 3, you need to connect your domain. Well, I guess you would connect your domain first so that you create your subdomain. So let me reverse that. Number 1, you need your domain. Number 2, you need a subdomain email address. Number 3, you need your phone. And then number 4, you need integrations because remember, we're asking it to sit down and say, hey, I want you to connect with my Facebook. I want you to connect with my LinkedIn. I want you to connect with my TikTok. I want you to connect with my other tools that we have. This is, if you don't have these integrations, it can't respond and connect and flow with the different tools that you have. So we come down to integrations. You see, I've got mine connected to my Inspire Nation business mentoring service, which of course automatically connects with my primary Facebook. I've got it connected to my LinkedIn. If you see manage, that means it's already connected. Okay, so connect to get leads from your LinkedIn lead generation ads in your CRM, but it also connects with my LinkedIn DM. I've got it connected to my TikTok. Okay, my TikTok. So if somebody DMs me or sends me some kind of message on TikTok, it would automatically flow through that workflow. Now for Facebook, once you connect to Facebook, you connect to Instagram. So I don't have to have a separate Instagram connection here. Again, once it connects to Facebook, it connects to Instagram automatically. So you got to have those integrations. Let me stress 4 things you have to have. Number 1, a domain. A domain is that whatever at whatever you are. Number 2, you need to use a subdomain to send your email. Okay, help at whatever, or support at whatever, or hairstyle at whatever, appointments, bookings, whatever, at whatever. Then you need to have a phone number. Okay, a phone number. So you've got your domain, you've got your subdomain, you've got your phone number now, because you have to connect that AI chatbot to something. It's got to have a phone number. And then you need your integrations. You need to connect all of that together. That needs to be up and functioning and working, okay, before we even worry about building out the conversation AI or building out any of this other stuff. Once we have those 4 things working, now we can start to go and say, I need to build out my workflow. I need to build out my conversation AI. I need to build all that. Well, if you're a Data Supercenter user, we've already built all that for you. It's already inside of your system. You might need to get with us and say, hey, Billy, I see a bunch of stuff in here. I'm not sure what I need to turn on, but it's already turned on. You will need to go in and modify the placeholders. So we have placeholders inside that say business name, add business name here, add phone number here, add calendar link here, add this, the stuff that you already use, that you already know. So if I come back over to, I'm gonna go back over here. I'm going to go into my AI agents. Well, I'm already in there. So let's go to my conversation. Now you have 2 types of agents inside of the Data Supercenter. You have a conversation AI and you have a voice AI. Voice AI is exactly what it is. It's how you talk. It's when you talk to people. Okay. It talks to you. You talk to it. Everything's wonderful. Then you have a conversation AI. Conversation AI is typing, it's text. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my agents list here. And I'm gonna open up my Data Supercenter multi-channel conversation AI. Multi-channel means I'm talking on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. I'm talking on all that stuff, right? Now, let me come back over here because I know some of you saying, well, it's not turned on. No, it's not turned on because this runs my insurance agency. Okay, so let me just go back here because I don't want you guys getting lost as to what's happening here. So I'm going to go to voice, then we'll come back to conversation, then we go to agents list. If you notice, I have 3 bots. You can build as many as you want, connect them to as many things as you want. I have my insurance bot because if you're calling into our agency, you're going to be calling our insurance bot. The Data Supercenter multi-channel conversation AI, I left it off today because I wanted to show you how it connects to the Facebook, the LinkedIn, the Twitter. I wanted to show you how all that connects. Okay, that's why it's off for right now. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to go to bot training. So what is bot training? Bot training is where you connect resources so the agent doesn't just pull from the internet. So you would connect your website, you would connect your manuals or your guides or whatever else that you want to have right there. It would all connect at that particular point. The goals, these are the prompts that make all of this happen. Okay, these are the prompts that make all of this happen. We've already built out all of our prompts on these systems so that all you would have to do is go in and you'll see placeholders in there where you won't see it on this one, but it'll see placeholders where it says add business name here, add functionality here, add the phone number, add your email address, add your calendar link, and so all you do is just update it. That's what we mean when we say just modify it for your business. We've already written out that you're friendly, professional, human-like, you're going to be knowledgeable. So that's the personality of that. And then there are goals that are down here. What is it that I want you to do? I want you to respond quickly. I want you to collect information. I want you to answer questions. I want you to, if the customer asks for a human, I want you to immediately notify the team and transition the conversation appropriately, which means move you over. How do I talk to this person? Well, you're going to ask one question at a time. You're going to keep responses concise. The prompt is everything, guys. The prompt is everything. And that's why inside the Data Supercenter, we built your prompt for you. But let's say you don't want to use a Data Supercenter. I don't know why you wouldn't, but let's say you don't, and you want this all written out. You said, Billy, there's no way I know how to write a prompt. There's no way that I can get a prompt. Okay, then this is why you go back to Inspire a Nation Business Mentoring. You go under our AI tools, you go under the launcher, the process launcher for a business, and you simply tell it, I'm using HubSpot. I'm using, agency CRX. I'm using whatever. And I need prompts to go into this tool because I want my tool to be able to answer the phone, follow up, forward it to a particular person, ask questions, book appointments. You tell it that this is what I want it to do. Now, you're probably not even going to know what to say, which is why we built in all these questions. What do you want your prompt to do? Do you want it to book appointments? Do you want it to be able to forward to a team member? We built in all these questions inside of it already. And so then you'll say, give me step-by-step instructions. That's when it asks you, hey, I want to, but I'm going to need you to screen capture your tool and paste it here so that I'll know what the most current version of your tool is. And then it'll start to build that out for you. And then from there, you have to sit down and figure out how to actually put it into the system, which is where most people have a problem. So what do? You go hire, the VA. You go hire a VA for $8 an hour or something in the Philippines, or you go to, India, you go to wherever, you go hire your VA and you're like, ooh, build this system out. And the VA says, okay, no problem. It's going to take about 2.5 weeks for me to get all this together, okay, to make sure it's all built out, it's all working right, it's all functioning. So you think you've saved money because you're looking at, oh, I paid $7, $8 an hour and I saved money. Okay, did you? Because now it's 2 or 3 weeks down the road and you're still trying to get your system to work right. Whereas if you had just paid the $99 up front and got our tool, or paid the $199 and got our tool and support, you'd be up and running in hours, not weeks. Okay. But anyway, I digress. So let me come in. This is how the conversation AI works. So the flow is you build your workflow first. Okay. You build your workflow first, which is what are the different steps? Because you're going to need things like tags and custom fields and all this stuff that's in there. After you've built that, then you come in and you build your conversation AI. So you're good to go there. Then once you've got that, then you have to come and you have to build your calendar. So you're going to have your workflow connect to your chatbot, your conversation AI. And then that's going to connect to your calendar. Now you can use a calendar like Calendly. You can use, one of those other tools. I'm gonna come up here to our calendar settings. What I did was I clicked on calendars and then I went to calendar setting, and then it shows me the different type of calendars that I have. So I have my conversation AI. I have my AI booking calendar. Okay. So this is when we say, can we book an appointment? And they go, yeah, absolutely. I can look on that for you. And then it automatically goes in, looks at your schedule, looks at your calendar, does all that. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying, Billy, I'm already using Calendly for this. Do I need to use this tool? You can, or you can just set it up to where it syncs with your Calendly. So if you come back here, it says connections, and I click connections, it's going to say, if you notice, mine is synced with my Calendly. So while I use the Data Supercenter calendar for all the facing stuff, like, the questions it's asking, and what this hour is available, and would you like to do this, and what type of appointment would you want, and all this stuff behind the scenes, it's linked to my Calendly. Calendly is the one that sends out your email, sends out the text message notifications, sends out everything. But I've got Calendly linked with my Data Supercenter. Now, does that mean you have to do it that way? No, it's just I've been using Calendly for years. So why would I want to switch it up? I actually could have just used the Data Supercenter calendar. So the Data Supercenter will replace your email program. It'll replace your calendar program. It'll replace your text message program. It'll replace your phone program. Because I'll show you in a second where you can actually make phone calls, inbound and outbound phone calls right from the Data Supercenter. Okay, right from the Data Supercenter. But I just wanted to show you that. So now I've got my workflow. I kind of know what I want to happen. I've got my AI chatbot. I know what it's going to say, how it's going to respond, because I've tested it. I know it's good there. I've linked it to my calendar. Now I need to make sure that I am connected to all of the social medias that I want. So what am I going to do? I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to go under the marketing tab. Click marketing. You're going to go under the marketing tab, and you're going to see social planner. Social planner. So I already integrated my stuff. I connected it, but now I need to make sure that they're actually working together. So what do? I go to my social planner. Everything that I'm connected to is under my social planner. I can always add a new social if I'm not. But there's my Inspire Nation services. There's my Dr. Billy R. Williams. There's my, so that's my Instagram. I think that's my LinkedIn. There's my Facebook. There's my, this is my TikTok. There's my YouTube. All that's connected. And this is just like any other tool. Now, a lot of you guys are using Metricall and all that other stuff, and you're sending out posts, and you're saying, oh, I can post one time. Well, I can do the exact same thing here, okay? I can come out and create a post, and when I do new post, it automatically, let's create the post here. And then it'll ask me, which ones do I want to connect to? And the nice thing about the Data Supercenter is it automatically adjusts your post for the type or for the tool that you're using. So you can create one post and it'll automatically switch it to match TikTok, switch it to match Instagram, switch it to match Facebook. You don't have to sit there and build 4 different posts. It will automatically update that post to fit that particular tool. Okay. So I wanted to show you that piece. It's all connected together there. Now I've got everything working. I know that my Instagram and Facebook and everything is connected. I'm good. I know that my calendar is working. I'm good. I know that I've gone in and I built the prompts that I'm going to need to load into the different pieces of my conversation AI. I'm good there. Now, the final thing I need to do is double check. This is where all the pain comes in, just being honest with you. I need to double check and make sure that everything that is supposed to be working is working. If one thing is off, guys, let me just open up one right here. Let's say this tag. So this tag says new conversation. Let's say I have a capital N. I have a tag with a capital N and one with the lowercase n, and they're not connected properly, the system won't work. Okay. If I come over to opportunity and I see that I don't have this duplicate opportunity disabled. So that means that now this person can have 5 or 6 times that they've connected with our chatbot. And every time they talk to our chatbot, it creates a whole new contact. Whole new contact. So now this person's in my system 12 times. Well, I don't want that. So I've set it up to where there are no duplicates. Only new leads create a brand new contact. It's building out this functionality behind the scenes that really is the pain. And we spend hours and hours to develop the functionality, to make sure that everything is working. And we test it and we make sure it's all good to make sure we're good. So I'm going to go test workflow right here. I'm going to select a contact. Let's go. I'm going to select myself, Billy R. Williams. There we go. Good. And I'm going to run a test. So what this does now, this runs a test. And if the test works right, I should be getting emails. I should be getting text messages. I should be getting all these different things that I know is working because it runs down the entire workflow. But wait a minute. I can't sit here and wait for 24 hours and then wait for 48 hours and wait for whatever. I need to know if it's working now. So how do I do that? So I come back over to contacts. Go back to contacts because, again, I'm checking my own records. And under contacts, I'm going to search for Billy R. Billy R. Billy R. Williams. There you go. I'm going to click on that. And then what I'm looking for is, okay, I supposedly sent out all these different things. Did they actually happen? So here's the record of what's happening, what's going on. Here are the pipelines that I visited. Here are the referrals. Here are the sources. Here are the workflows that I've shown up under. I've shown up under the version 2 AI Conversation Manager. So I know that I'm already there. That's the one that I'm supposed to be under. If I were in an opportunity somewhere, that would show up. So again, I just go to that record and I know exactly where I am. So let's come back over to contact details. Now I'm inside of my record. Just wanted to show you guys that. I'm inside of my record and I want to make a phone call from my record. I simply go up here to where it says voice calling. I click on voice calling. I dial in the number that I want to call and I can call right from that phone number. Okay, right from that phone number. All right. I know I could talk for days about the functionality. So what did I want to do today? I wanted to make sure that you guys understood that if there was some type of DM or some type of inbound message or some type of whatever, that I could auto respond. I could get an auto response to that. So if I go out to my Facebook, I'm going to open up my Facebook here. You guys won't see us. You're still on the same screen right now. So now I'm on my Facebook account. And there, let's say there is a messenger. Somebody from Messenger sent me something. Let's see. New message request from Trey Smith and one more. So that's it. I don't know who Trey Smith is because most of the time I don't respond to my own messages. This is what my DMs are. This is what my AI chatbots are for. So if they were to send me some type of message, I wouldn't be the one responding. It would be my AI tool that's responding and answering questions and booking appointments or doing whatever it is that I need from that particular thing. Okay. Let's come back over here. This is just my Facebook. If you're not connected with me on Facebook, go ahead and connect with me on Facebook. If you're not connected with me on Instagram or anything like that, look me up, Billy R. Williams, and connect with me so you can keep up with what we're doing. These are videos of things that we posted. So anyway, I could go on and on and on, but I wanted to show you behind the scenes how all this is set up. Now, how do you make this simple? Okay. How do you make this simple? Because I know you're like, man, dude, you have lost your mind if you think that I'm going to sit up and I'm going to figure all this stuff out and I'm going to spend hours doing it. I don't expect you to do it. I don't want you to do it. I want you to use the Data Supercenter. We've already done the work. We've already done all the stuff that you need. And I don't want to hear, well, I'm already using Agency Zoom for my CRM. Okay, you're using Agency Zoom for your CRM. You're using Insured Mind for your CRM. You're using, HubSpot for your CRM. You're using all that. But do you have an AI functionality? Do you have a 24-hour receptionist? Do you have someone that can actually sell something, that can answer the phone, that is sending out the templates, that are sending out the text messages, that are responding to your DM, that's doing all the stuff that you wanted to do? Do you have a receptionist, a salesperson, a lead generation expert, a follow-up coordinator, an appointment scheduler, a customer support person? Do you have all of that? Because the Data Supercenter can be all of that. All right, can be all of that. All right, guys, go to datasupercenter.com. Datasupercenter.com. Check it all out. For those of you that, you're going to try to do this on your own, that's fine. Get the Data Supercenter. And most of it's already pre-built for you. You just need to go inside the Data Supercenter and fill in the placeholders. Okay. For those of you that don't want to build this out yourself, do the $199 version, and then we'll assign someone to help you, and we'll have you up and running, like I said, in hours instead of months or weeks trying to get stuff together. All right, that's how we connect an AI virtual receptionist to our social media outlets. All right. If you have any questions, go to datasupercenter.com. You can hit me up on my website, inspirenation.org. You can text me at 682-206-3836. Again, 682-206-3836. Or you can call into our chat bot at 682-509-0539. Either way, we'll get you taken care of. All right, guys, I absolutely appreciate you being here. Now, just real quick before we go, I'm going to do something I usually don't do. I personally usually don't reach out to anybody after the webinar. I figured if you guys want me, you'll figure out some way to to work with me, right? You'll figure out exactly what we want. But I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm actually going to get an idea of who actually wants me to contact them about the Data Supercenter. So let me open this poll here. Would you like someone from Inspire Nation? Okay, start this poll. Okay, there's a real poll. Should have opened up on the right side of your screen that says, would you like someone from Inspire Nation to contact you about the Data Supercenter CRM? Okay. Would you like someone from Inspire Nation to contact you about the Data Supercenter CRM? Go ahead and answer that poll and let me know what you want to do. And I'll be more than happy to reach out. I'm probably going to reach out to you anyway, but I'll be happy to reach out to you specifically because you asked if you wanted us to reach out to you. All right. I think I've done enough talking. Princess, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. Were there any problems, questions, or anything I need to know about?
No. Only thing was the first 3 slides where we couldn't hear you, but other than that,
yep.
Everything else was good.
Thank you for that. I'm glad you reminded me of those 3 slides because I would have forgotten. Okay, so let me go back. All right. So the first 3 slides, this is where I talked about starting here or starting. I'll just start over. Okay. Watch me build live. You guys, I went in behind the scenes. I showed you. Today, I wanted you to understand what all it takes to get those AI things up and running. Those AI bots, guys, will affect so many areas of your business, from lead generation to lead follow-up to quoting, closing the sale, new customer onboarding, servicing your customers, retention and how you actually do that. If someone wanted questions on billing, someone wanted questions on anything, you can set up these AI receptionists to be able to answer all of that. We've already written out your prompt that touches all 12 of these. And so, yeah, it works with all of that. The 8 steps to implement a process in a business. Number 1, you have to have a vision. If you're not a visionary, no problem. Okay, if you're not a visionary, go to inspireanation.org, go to our AI tools, use our launcher, and let it help you come up with your vision. Time block. I can't control your time. That's something you have to do. If you won't take the time to set this up or take the time to even try a free trial or go through our demo, that's on you. Upload scripts, templates, and forms. We've already built all that out for you inside the Data Supercenter. Set up and deploy technology. We've already built all that out inside the Data Supercenter. I would just need you to update some of your information. Set up automation. We've already built out all your workflows. We've already built out all that stuff that you need. Train and role play with the entire staff. If you're an Inspire Nation member, we actually have a chat bot that we built that will role play insurance scenarios for you. Okay, so you can send one of your team there and say, go out and here's the scenario. Joe didn't pay this, or there was a claim that happened, or we backdated something we shouldn't have, or we did this. What's a good role play for that? We've actually built that out for you inside of inspirenation.org. Now, once all that's done, you've trained the role play. Now you got to implement. I was talking this morning to Princess, and I said, Princess, part of the problem with success is most people are stuck in the planning phase instead of actually moving to the action phase. So you can sit up and do all this stuff, but if you don't actually push a button and implement something, it does not matter. So you have to implement the process or the task. And then you got to go back and spot check it and recheck it and retrain it to make sure that you're doing it right. Those are the 8 steps it takes to be successful, not just in this part, in life. In life, to be a parent, to be a business owner, to be a baseball player, to be a football player, to be a whatever, to be a CEO of a business. We have to have a vision. We have to time block to do the important things. We got to make sure that we're communicating properly. We got to make sure that everything that we need that it's going to support us is running properly. We got to make sure that if there's something we can automate, that it's automated. We have to train and role play, whether that's getting in front of the mirror, getting in front of an audience, getting in front of your sister while you're sitting there just going back and forth with how you're doing things. And then we have to implement. We just can't keep planning. Everything can't always be a plan. Sometimes you just got to take that leap. You got to take that step. It's never going to be perfect. Never. Even when you think it's perfect, it's not perfect. But you can only get closer to perfection if you're actually moving, if you're actually doing, because then you'll fix it. You'll spot check it. You'll retrain it. You'll figure out what the issues were and you'll get them better. That's how you implement a process. That's how you become successful in life, in business, in sports, as a parent, as a father, as a husband, as anything. That's how you do it. Have a vision, time block, communicate, get stuff set up. Try to automate as much as you can. Train and role play. Actually take the action and then spot check and learn from the action. Okay, guys? All right. This has been the Watch Me Build It Live so that we can build a smarter agency. Okay, this is Billy Williams. If you have any questions, you guys know how to reach me. Next week, we're going to go a little bit deeper into our AI. We're going to add some more insurance stuff in next week from our AI stuff. So I'm very excited to have you here. Very excited to bring up the Data Supercenter and to have you watch me build live and some of the steps behind these tools. Okay, guys, I appreciate you being here. I will talk to you another time. Thank you, Princess, for everything.
You're welcome. Thank you.